Okay. All right. I'm gonna pull this up so we can. Hey everybody, Lead Farmer 73 and Lady Lead. What we gonna do for this session? We're talking about the video I put out this morning. Little quick question about the survival, the fantasy survival question. Let me turn mine down too. Um, what it was about, a recap. I asked the question of pretty much, who would be allowed in your community if, just say, like apocalyptic times happen, or serious horrible situation where you kind of got to rebuild your community or rebuild civilization, if that's the matter. Who is that? Hey, Proverbs 31 woman. Hey, Debbie Thomas. I can barely see anybody. Hey, Clarence Noose. Nope. Charles Robinson. How we doing tonight? We just recapping on the question we asked earlier. Little Slice of Paradise. Hey, Little Slice. It's hard for me to see because what I plan on doing is I'm going to read back all of the answers or the comments that we got on that video. And just before we get started, I'm gonna wait till I get 20 people so I can explain something. But the question, Washington the farmer, how you doing, Washington? Say what's up, Miss Led.
Hey y'all.
So we in here, we just there we go again with the yawning. Every freaking time. Every time. Ooh. I'm gonna have to do what Miss Linda said too and go in here and change my settings because I had a lot. Hey, Robbie Bird, good to see you. Hey, Nick Thomas, welcome to the Greenhouse Lounge. Hey, Supreme Family Garden, what's up, bro? I had a couple of questions, and I'm not gonna be on here long. I'm not, because I just wanted to get a couple of answers back. I'm gonna read these comments, and then I'm gonna explain what I was talking about. Let me see, who is this? The Jotter's Business. How you doing? How you doing tonight? Welcome to the Greenhouse Lounge. Okay, we got about 20 people in the house right now that I can see. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you, we're recapping on the video I did earlier about the fantasy survival question situation. Hey, Elisa, how you doing?
Hey.
She say, hey. So what we're doing is I want to explain what I did this for. I had a few comments that was actually I guess removed by YouTube that couple of them I really want to put back on there. Hey, Elvira, how you doing? A couple of them I need to go back into YouTube and put back in the comment section because they was booted out. But here's the thing. when you comment and you put like hashtag or something like that, it automatically boots you out for whatever reason. So some comments was excellent that was booted out. Hey, Sophie B. So I really want all the comments back. So if you can re-comment, if you don't see your comment, if you can re-comment on that video. Hey, Natural Nature, how you doing? If you can re-comment on that video, but don't put the hashtag or the website or something on there, because there was some good comments that they just won't let me put those back on. Anyway, my reason for this was just to kind of wake a lot of people up, because I'm gonna tell you this right now. Okay, this is what was very impressive to me. So far, I got like, hey, Garden Realtor, how you doing? So far, I got like, it's Sunday, it was early, it's 305 views. 305 views. Out of 305 views, not including mine, say it was like 30 something, 30 something comments. Okay. She said, hey, Miss Leg. She said, it's 30 something comments. So out of 300 and something, 30 people engaged it. And I know how it works. You know, a lot of people ain't going to comment, and a lot of people ain't going to thumb it up. I understand that. But, simple question. But I can't remember who said it, and I'm going to read it back. But somebody said, you know, a reason why a lot of people ain't commenting, because a lot of people don't have a clue. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would they do if the situation was to happen and they wouldn't have a clue of how to handle the situation? What's the first thing they would do? Or do they have any skills at all? Hey, two Max in the pack, how you doing? Good to see you tonight. Some people probably didn't have any skills whatsoever to comment. And I didn't even think of that. You know, when they said that, I was like, wow, you know, I didn't think of that. Hey, Starduster, good to see you tonight. Hey, Debbie Thomas. So I thought about that, and that even uh, added more substance to the subject, which is some of the comments that people were giving. Hey, Miss B Washington, some of the comments that people was giving from their skill set, from their either their natural skill set or their educational background in a skill set, things they picked up along the way, things that was taught to them by their elders, parents, family members, whatever, friends, whatever. It let the people see that don't have a clue or don't have any skills. Maybe this will put something on their mind to kind of be like, you know, maybe I need to learn how to do some of this stuff. Because a lot of you guys don't realize how much of an impact that your real life situations and comments was. Think about this. It's just a game. It was just shooting something out there. But it put a lot of stuff on the line, and it kind of got a couple of people upset because for whatever reason they thought I myself is building a real community, and I'm going to only judge who can come into my castle by certain like skill sets. No. It's just a question. It was just a game. Hey, Holly Tova, how you doing? Good to see you tonight. It was just a question. And I can't think of my man's name. And I just wanted to tell him, man, this it wasn't let me see. You didn't know you had that power. I didn't know I had that power. Not at all. I didn't know. Right, two Max in the pack. I was just throwing the question out there to why everybody having breakfast this morning. Hey, Tandy Oaks, to put it on your mind of, what would I do? Me and Lady Led had us a little dinner date tonight, and we went out and we
lunch.
Lunch. Okay, you know my times is off. I've been at work, so I don't know. Early dinner. A Leonard.
That was lunch.
Leonard. Leonard, because, no, not 2, 3.
It was 2 something. That's still lunchtime.
That's Leonard. That's between the.
Nah.
No? Okay. Lunch. Late lunch. Late lunch? Late lunch.
Whatever.
Late lunch. So, we had a long talk over late lunch about it. And things that I was thinking, right, Leonard, late lunch. We had a long talk about the situation where I was able to put things on her mind of how I would be thinking. Now, say if this situation was to really happen, you know, and you couldn't just, which I found, you can't just rule this with an iron fist and be like, if you don't got no skill sets, you ain't welcome. You turn around and go back the other way. But on the same side, she understood that you just can't have everybody come on in that don't know how to do, can't help you do shit, but stand around and eat and poop You understand? So we had a long conversation. Really wasn't done actually. Just the Leonard got too good, and we kind of let that calm down. Um, but the situation is important because this situation that we're talking about actually happens every time we have some kind of devastating, catastrophic event from the weather or war, and some of this stuff is constantly going on in other countries. This is stuff that people think about all the time because they're dealing with it in real life. So one of the things that I was saying was, um, when I was talking about, you got to have skill set. You got to have a skill set. Or we can't open the door. Where Lady Led let me see the other pretty much humane side of it, which I think I told Stephanie Valadez, which we talked about necessity, humanity, morality, and longevity, amongst other things. So you just won't be able to run something with an iron fist. And like I think it was Stephanie that said, like, you'll be starting a team as well. Like, I never said I would be the only team. A lot of other people will be in different parts of the country or different parts of the world having to start their own communities this same way. Okay, so you you kind of got to add all of these different parts to it to make it work. Like,
I mean, I think and everybody got some skill. Like I think some people though feel like they don't have anything.
right,
Like just because you can't think of it, you got something that you can contribute. Like we was talking about fast learners. People
right,
learn fast. Like in many ways, that is their skill. They learn lots of different things quickly. But to just go off the top of the head, like I don't know, but I can show you that I can pick this up fast. Maybe I can learn some medical skills. Something happened to the doctor or whatever, and they can step in. Like, it's not, I don't know. I don't, I feel like it can't be cut and dry like that. It can't be just, can you tell me? Because anybody can say, oh, yeah, I could do this. And then when it's time for them to demonstrate, they can't do that. They just said that so they could get in.
then you got to get their asses out, right?
That's going to be messy.
Right. So right there is one of the conversations we had where I was like, no, you got to have some kind of skill set. Where she was my thing that I was thinking of: plumber, electrician, carpenter. I'm thinking hardcore. I need you hands on right now. Where she's coming in at a more humane side of the game, a fast learner really is a skill.
And you need some buffer people because you can't have your highly skilled people who like your medical people. You can't have them in situations where they may get hurt because then who gonna help them?
Right.
Like you can't be
Overworked, you said.
right. You can't overwork your people with highly valuable skills. So then you still need some buffer people.
And that's where we come in with the teachers, where it's you're supposed to be teaching this second wave of people new skills, the fast learners, teaching a new wave, new skills. So nothing was set in stone about this whole thing. Nothing.
It's just something to think about.
It was just something to put on everybody's head, and it worked. It really worked because it got everybody really stirred up. And if y'all read some of these comments, some of the comments, some of the best ones, actually, it's a lot of good comments, but some of the best ones were not allowed on in the comment section. I got to pull them out of the analytics and put them back on here if I can. But everybody has great skills and ideas and everything like that. I mean, it was important. It was important. So my plan I really want to find my buddy. I'm gonna read them off. We're gonna read them together, okay?
I like
Not
what
together, but
I like what is it Lily Gonzalez
yeah.
said.
You read it.
I don't want to say that.
What? Well, you ain't gotta say that. Say
Okay, good question. I would be dead.
right. She say, "Dang, I would be dead." So you know what I'm saying? That puts something on what's her name?
Lali or Layli
Laylee
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. That puts something on her mind to think about. She'll be thinking about this tonight. Like
You wouldn't be dead.
you wouldn't be dead. People gonna take care of you. People
And
gonna help.
you gonna figure out like your skills will develop. Like I think when you get in a life and death situation, you don't know what you're capable of. It's
Right
far more than you think.
now, uh, J3GS Farm say he has great infantry skills, house building, electrical skills, farming, and hunting, and multitasking. I went and started and hit the earliest, newest comments first. Yeah, and now
I'm
okay,
just reading.
I read that one. Oh, you picking and choosing? Okay, so um, let me see. Here's one that I didn't think about. Uh, Here's one that I didn't think about, you guys, where Miss Fresh and Sassy says, Miss Fresh and Sassy Plant Based Living says, getting mothers through pregnancy with a midwife type situation, which nurses might be doing something completely different. That is part of the medical field in nursing, but that's very important. But she said one thing that I was really impressed with, which is pretty much in her. I'm gonna read the whole thing, then I'm gonna sum it up. uh, Getting mothers through pregnancy, labor, and delivery, sign language, which is very impressive, relieving children of ADD and ADHD, and keeping children quiet. In a nutshell, I'm gonna say, child care, child care.
Keeping kids quiet is survival.
That right.
So people don't come
Child care. That is important, and people don't think about that in a survival situation. You got, let's put it like this, with lack of better words, you got hunters and gatherers and so on and so forth, and then you got people that's kind of like the elders to watch the children. Everybody can't be off on their day doing their daily chores or doing their daily things they need to do and just let the kids run free like little werewolves. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to watch over the children for emergency situations and so on and so forth, as and in learning. You know, so that was very impressive.
Miss
Very.
Craft was good.
Oh, what she say?
She could start a fire without matches, set up a campsite, fish, grow, regrow food, minor med skills, basic herbal knowledge, some foraging skills, how to sew,
Right,
other
right,
needle crafting skills, how to purify water, handy with tools, basic mechanical skills. And then she
right.
said, and most importantly, how to make beer.
How to make beer. How to make beer and wine. There you go.
I don't know what you're gonna make it out of at that particular
No,
time.
you can make
But
it out of anything. Dandelions,
oh,
anything.
that don't sound
It,
tasty.
yeah, trust me, I can make it taste delicious. But here's the thing: a lot of people had a lot of great skills to bring to the situation. I'm not going to call it a team or anything. It's just the situation, okay? Because people take the word team and next thing you know is team A and team B, and then you got button heads. That's not what I'm trying to do at all. I'm going to say the situation, because the community, let's just act like the community can be as big as we want it to be. I don't want it to be a war. I don't want it to be, I didn't do this to see who going to be on team A and who going to be on team B and C. I did this to put ideas in your head or make you think about what the hell would I really do? What would I do? I got a couple. Hey, chef, a couple people came in. Hey, Rose 5150. Couple people came in and thought I was trying to separate and divide into separate teams. What would this team? No, not even trying to do that.
That's a good one.
Read it out.
Awesome question.
Mhm.
I'm a female MacGyver, baby, because I think out of the box. I'll find garbage and make something out of it. Also, I'm an insomniac, so I could pull guard duty for a few days at a time. That's Rose
See, Rose
5150.
5150.
Hey, see what I'm saying? Like, she is thinking outside the box. Who would think being an insomniac could be a skill?
Right. Watching over the community at night. And for instance, like Nick Thomas, um, Nick Thomas said, okay, so a lot of people can fish and hunt and grow food. I wish I fish and grow. I'm a minimalist, so material wise, I wouldn't bring a whole bunch of baggage with me. I know CPR almost to put to the test a few weeks ago at work. Y'all excuse me, I can barely see. Um, he's a Sigma strategist and very analytical. This will be valuable in planning. Now, see, that is something. See, I didn't even think of. That's like a general that helps in different type of situations. You would be a general, a captain of say, situations or war if need be, because everybody can't do those critical thinking. Critical thinking is a skill, like you said earlier. That critical thing, like fast learner, critical thinking is a skill, and you learn that in college. If you've been to college,
Mm-hmm.
and they even got it in high school now, right? Critical thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a skill, and everybody,
And being able to direct, like, you might not physically even necessarily need to do something, but like when we remember we were moving
yeah,
and people don't know what to do, so sometimes I just had to stand there and be the person, like, okay, I need you to do this and you do that. Like, it seemed like I wasn't doing anything, but that was important because it
right,
kept things going. Otherwise, people was just kind of like, here's
standing
one little
around,
box,
yeah,
and it wasn't efficient. So you need somebody that knows how to make things happen efficiently, and that's their contribution, and it's valuable.
right, very true. Garden realtor say, okay, what y'all talking about? I was hustling. Are we just doing a recap on the video from this morning? Um,
Reading some comments.
reading comments from it now. Okay, so okay, here's one. Howard Stanley, I'm country. I can hunt, farm, fish, can vegetables, meat, rice. I ain't gonna name all the stuff you can. Fix electronics, that important. Security and find edible foods in the woods. Knowing food identification is very important. Now, Proverb 31 woman, I was impressed with her comment. She said, I am handy with tools. Electronic repair from 2M, basic circuit card repair, wiring, radio operations and repair. I am mechanically inclined. Woodworking, soap making, sewing by hand and with a machine, gardening, teaching, natural remedies, crochet, CPR, self aid, buddy care, NBC train, some other medical knowledge from military experience and research, survival skills, weapons trained. I can preserve fruits. I learn fast with fast learning, and I am continuing research and gain more skills. What she said right there was so important for people, because there was some people comment and say, listen, I could put butter on bread. Now I'm just joking around, but I could put butter on bread. And somebody said I'm a good cook. Remember in the video earlier, I was like, no, give me a little bit more than I'm a good cook. Now, if you said you were a chef, okay, because everybody can cook. But when we talk about cooking, I'm talking about science. Culinary arts is science. I don't know if you know anything about culinary arts. I went to school for a minute. It is a science, because what you're doing is just like you taking two different chemicals and putting them together to make something completely different. So if you were to say culinary arts, I would accept that, because there's certain things you can't add two things together. And another thing too, a good cook to me is like I can make something bad taste good. Somebody said that earlier. Absolutely not. Because surviving, I don't care how it tastes. I just need to live. Y'all have seen the movies and you've read the stories of the airplane crashes, okay? They had to do what they had to do. And I don't think people were sitting around that crashed airplane on the side of that mountain like, this dude could use a little oregano. I don't think that was on their mind. Some seasoning salt and some cilantro. I don't think so. They was trying to survive. And that's kind of where I was thinking, like, cooking, you a good cook. But I'm not feeling the good cook type of thing. Uh chef, right. He expert at culinary arts. Now that's pretty much more what I was looking at. Washington the Farmer said, good movie. Yes, it was. It was an excellent movie. I'm not gonna name it right here, but yes, it was. So, okay, I'm gonna
True
keep it.
story.
Yeah, it was a true story. And there's several stories like that I'm not gonna name. You okay? Y'all know the stories about the settlers, and we're gonna leave that there. Okay. Debbie Thomas says, yes, it's a great question. By profession, I'm a cook and can make anything into a meal, know some basic carpentry skills, pretty good gardening skills. I know a little bit on things here and there. Now, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start reading some of the comments we saying right now. So, like I said, I wasn't going to be on here long. I just wanted to clarify something. I did not put that video up. Number one, didn't do it to piss people off because a couple people got pissed off. Like you trying to separate people. No, that ain't what I was trying to do. I'm just trying to put something on your mind to think about. And no, it's not just separating people into skill sets and stuff like that. But I can say one thing. Um, they was pretty much like love conquers all. Um, yeah, yeah, but man, being more realistic, you gotta be able to figure out something. You gotta be able to contribute. You gotta be able to contribute.
I feel like everybody has something.
I do.
I don't think there's one person that can't do something.
That's true.
I feel like everybody has something, and maybe I don't even know. Everybody may not know what it is at first. Like, cause some things you don't discover until you in a hard situation.
Sorry, baby. Yeah, but that's
So,
that's the thing. Sometimes, just like in a job interview, kind of, you don't have time to really show them. Some stuff need to be right there on the spot. You don't have time
but
to show them that.
everything, but if you can't go like that, cause you don't know, some situation may come up,
Mhm.
and their response and perspective to it might be the only one that can fix it. But you're not gonna know that. You can't fabricate every situation
You can't.
in an interview setting. So you could miss out on something that can help everybody survive by excluding somebody because they can't verbalize it at that moment.
And kind of, if you
Like,
think about it in a real life situation, that's what happens today in real time, in reality. How
mhm.
many times have you been looked over for a job or a situation and knowing you're the best person for the job just because you weren't able to express yourself as well as the other person on a dime where you were the better person. I've been in that situation several times and you have too. We've both talked about it over the years.
Yeah, but I don't see this as applying for one job.
It's not just
This is something that, okay, you got, this may seem off topic, but it's
no,
related.
no, give it to me.
Okay,
We're listening, right?
there's like countries like in the Pacific where the people are dying and their language is going with them.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been trying to scramble to preserve it because they're realizing their language has some perspectives about things survive that could help us all survive, medicines and all kinds of things to help your mind, and it's getting lost as these people are dying off. We don't even know what's being lost. They might have the cure for everything. They might have a fountain of youth somewhere. We don't even know because we just been ignoring them all this time, forcing them to
Right.
speak English, because that's what's happening there, that they're being not necessarily forced, but that's becoming their official language so they can be global. But at the same time, it's something being lost and we don't know what it is.
But that part right there is what I'm talking about in human nature. That we ain't gonna change, especially for a apocalyptic type of situation. We ain't gonna change that overnight. That's kind of part of the humanity part I was talking about. Everybody gonna want to know everything on a dime. They're not really going to try to understand that you are a valuable part of this new community or society. They want to see something impressive like immediately. It's kind of like the American Idol of survival, kind of, you know? And that's again why those languages were lost over time, because you weren't able to communicate on a dime. You know, when people is talking and two different tribes is trying to talk with two different languages, you know, one of those tribes is going to be the most dominant and teach you their language, and your language is going to get lost. That's kind of how that's going to wind up. For me, I gotta find this guy's name. He was totally correct in everything he said, most of the stuff he said. But in the same sense, you gotta remember about the reality of humanity. We are cruel freaking creatures on this earth. We can be cruel and crucial. And it's what makes a community to me is the people that, you know, look, this what makes my marriage work is people like me and it's people like her. That I think that's why our marriage works, because you
Mm-hmm.
know me, I'm like nope,
Mm-hmm.
no, hell no, absolutely not. You know that, where she brings that other side of the table to me to be like, listen, I know you said no, but listen, let's give them a 90-day trial. Let's just try them out just for a little time to see if they're worthy, you know. And I'm like, well, okay, what if they ain't worthy? We'll deal with that when we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But I see something in this person that I just can't turn them away. That's her. Where me, y'all already know me. I told you I'm not too much different than what you see on this video. I'm not. I'm just like, nope, no, I don't trust people. Absolutely not. Hell no. That's me. Where she is the more, wait a minute, be cool. Give it a second, baby. I got this. Just wait. I am ready for war at all times. Where she is my diplomat and she is ready to discuss this and fix it. My job is to just destroy shit and get it over with. That's not always the way to handle things. So that's what I was talking about. Different communities will come together with different people like this. See, if I was at the gate and I'm like, hey, like I said earlier, knock, 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 knock. What skills you got? Well, I'm a good shoe tire. Man, you better come up with something else. Uh, I know how to find water sometimes. Sometime, man, go the other way. Where she would be like, wait a minute, he said sometime. You know what I'm saying? Sometime. I said, that's not good enough for me. He needs to know how to find water all the time. So that's all. I'm going to start reading what's in the comment section, because now I'm in here and
Hey, Miss Craft.
let me
We
see.
read your comment. You missed it.
I know. I want to read more too. Okay. Miko says hello. Okay, this is a lot of hello in the beginning because I went all the way to the top. Let me get in here. Debbie Thomas, yeah, that was what one YouTuber started out talking about, becoming more self-sufficient to have a gather if like kinders to set commute. I can't read that. Debbie Thomas says, so I think many people could look to have read that into your question. Oh, okay, I got you. But the other side is too, if and when that I can't put these words together. It sounds like I'm just reading
When the
words.
floor drops out from under you locally, flood, fires, winter storms. I guess she's saying. So many people,
See, that's where I got stumped because I
I
couldn't.
guess,
She's a teacher. She could put these words together.
could have read that into your question. Well, I don't know what we were saying at that
Okay, right.
particular moment. Um,
Okay. But okay, here's the thing. Uh anyway, the thing is, because everybody is okay. Scott says, your question made me think of the many skills I need but lack. For example, welding metal. And see, that's nothing I put on there. Somebody else said things like that. So that is excellent. That, see what I'm saying, you guys, when we come together and do this type of stuff, it's just a game, but it's kind of like critical thinking right now. We really, hey, Miss G, we really kind of coming together and really truly, even if you don't want to watch this video, you're going to think about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we asking. Just think about it. Cause stuff, okay, here we go real quick. Uh who was that said it? I want to say it was Miss Linda that said the freeze of this season, because I can't call it winter. The leaves, the hey, how you doing, Jay's home garden? The leaves on the trees haven't even changed color before the freezes came. You understand what I'm saying? It's freezing and the leaves are green. They haven't fallen from the tree, but they haven't even had time to fall from the tree, change colors, nothing. So what is that telling you? Something is wrong. Here in South Carolina, I'm wearing my big coat and boots and hats. That's insane. So the only reason I put this whole situation out here because it's kind of I call it fantasy survival situations, but to be honest, is it really fantasy anymore? Because we all losing our crops to weird weather. We all wearing coats and hats in places where you don't really own a coat and some hats. You know, some winter gear. We don't really need that here. We pulling out stuff from Ohio. So that's weird enough to be like, maybe we need to think about bad situations a little more often and play these type of games, because what they call this in the military, like war games, just giving you a crazy situation, put you in the middle of some shit, and have you kind of start figuring it out. Everybody in here that either watched this video or has commented in these videos, a lot of you are military personnel. I don't care if you're retired, you always military. Once you're military, you always military. So a lot of you are military and you understand a lot of these situations. War games. So that's kind of all I'm doing. Throwing a little something, putting everybody in a kind of a shitty situation in your head, of course, and seeing what you come up with. So the people that's like, listen, I'll be dead, or I don't know, I can iron clothes. You might want to look at some of these comments. You understand what I'm saying? Might want to read some of these comments. Let me see, Miss G. You see the massive fires in Australia. The whole earth is in crisis. Well, you know what? Very true. And it's been that way for a long time, but now it's starting to hit home and people are starting to pay more attention, because when your backyard is on fire, you can't ignore that. Now, you can change the channel on the news. Like me, I'm in South Carolina and say California is on fire. I can just change the channel. But when the fire's in your backyard, you don't need the news no more. You can smell the smoke, right? So it's time to really start thinking about all of this stuff. Miss Crafts, huh?
hey, Garden Love.
Garden Love in here?
Yeah.
Hey, Garden Love, long time no see. Long time no see. It's good to see you. Good to see you. You finally getting a break like me. Miss Craft say record-setting low temperatures are happening all over. Listen, I got lemons on my tree out there, and they're freezing. That's crazy. It's not even time for me to take them off yet. They're freezing. Our fruit is freezing. Only reason I took the persimmons off the tree, off of Bonita, was because it was about to freeze. I knew The news was saying, next week it's gonna do it, and it did. It would have ruined all that fruit. So that's all, you guys. I'm just putting it on your head that, just something to think about. I keep throwing these little type of situations at you, survival situations, war game type situations. Jazz, I am not military. I am not military. But I think all of the training that they do is necessary. If you have anybody, yes, find God love say finally a day off. Amen to that. This is my only day off. Y'all know what I do for a living. Hypocentric say, good evening, Led from 73 and Lady Led. Led, that question really hit home. Thank you, Hypocentric. That's all I was trying to do. We were just trying to, we talk. I wish y'all knew how much she talk. We talk like this all the time. We talk like this all the time. These situations, things that's going on in the world. You usually hear my big mouth, but you should hear some of this incredible stuff. You don't know. You don't know. She balances me out because I'm telling you, I told you already. My mentality is just destruction, war, constantly. I don't trust people because I always think everybody you here to get me. How many times I say, you see this sucker, what this sucker said to me? She like, he ain't even talking to you. Yes, he is. He is talking. Let me handle this. Baby, don't.
Here's something to think about. So, like, a lot of people want to look ahead to the disasters, but what you need to be doing is doing something now, like in how you interact with people. Like, for example, you can't wait till a disaster happen to try to develop friendships. You have to
Amen.
already be being kind to people so they can know your skills. So, like, yeah, I said it. So you don't have to go through a, well, I know how to do this and I know how to do that, because they already know you valuable. You add value. Like, so right now, like, you don't have to go out and develop some new skill. Just make sure you treating your friends and your neighbors and strangers kindly. That way, if you run into them during a disaster, they'll be less likely to rob you
Or kill you.
or kill you.
See what I'm saying?
They have your back.
That's right.
That's how I, with my students, I make sure I'm on the good side
See?
of all the ones that might do something to my car.
And that right
and
there.
they'll keep everybody else from doing something to my car.
That right there. That, can I get an amen, everybody, for Lady Led? Please. Give it up. You know why? Because I told you. I am ready for war. I don't think about making friends with people at all now, and it's going to affect me later. Like the scenario, for instance, he's the janitor now, but one day he might be the boss type of situation to help you out of some shit. I don't never think like that. She gets me to think like that.
I tell my students, you might be sitting next to the next billionaire, the next Oprah. Guess what? How you treat them now is going to determine whether or not they give you the hookup.
See? Or let you into their community, right?
Let you into their community.
Give you a couple $1 million.
Go away.
Right. So the reason I did this whole thing was to put all of our sides and our thoughts on paper to help other people. This ain't just for us to play around. It's some people. How many people tonight just said, man, never thought about this stuff. This really helped me start thinking about something. Just tonight, just in the last 40 minutes. It's something to really think about. You know what I'm saying? Nick Thomas says, speaking of, hey, Nick Thomas, didn't see you in the house. Says, speaking of Oprah, I get to meet Stedman in March 2020. Oh, tell him.
Awesomeness.
Yeah, tell him to introduce you to Oprah, though.
Yeah.
Stedman, I think Stedman a pimp. I don't know. He a quiet pimp. Anyway.
Oh no, what happened Verb's car.
What happened?
She
What?
said they TP'd her car. Yeah, see what you do is the ones that seem like the mean ones, just be really nice to them.
Yeah.
I ain't
Yeah.
saying let them run over you and do whatever. I'm saying like go out of your way to, because they used to being treated bad. So when somebody treats them respectfully and kind, they kind of be like, huh?
Yeah.
And they make sure nobody else.
Because she has one that she called Nino Brown. I can say it.
Oh yeah.
Which she used to come home and tell me about Nino Brown. Was Nino Brown kind of reminded me of myself in a way. He was a horrible little dude. He was horrible, but he was brilliant.
Very brilliant.
No, he was a real genius.
Yeah, no, like
forget what I'm saying
test
about me.
score wise.
He was
That's not his real name. So if you look up Nino Brown, you're gonna find New Jack City.
right. Don't say the words.
Okay, sorry.
No. She called him Nino Brown because that's who he reminded her of. Because Nino in that movie, he was a criminal mastermind, right? And this dude, I kept telling him, get him out of your classroom, then get him out your class. No, I'm gonna figure something else out. This kid got something. Listen, and I'm gonna speak for you for a minute. You can go from there if you want to. Every teacher in that school wanted to get rid of Nino Brown. Said Nino Brown is the devil. Nino Brown got to go. Nino Brown is crazy. Nino Brown is a gangster, a thug. He's a menace to society. She was like, no, because how is this kid sleep? But not, he sleep in the class not because he a bum or a piece of crap. He sleep because he been done with the test while you were still explaining to how to fill in the bubbles A, B, and C. He was done with the test. What else you want him to do? He's bored because he's so brilliant, right? She saw that. So after a while, I'm gonna let you tell him what you did when you took him to the principal or whoever it was.
I don't even remember.
Well, I remember because I'm still impressed. She took him to the principal or somebody and told him, this kid, you need to check him out. Where everybody else wanted to get rid of Nino. They tested Nino and found out he was a freaking genius. And after that, it was kind of like, I can't name this show that used to come on about this little smart kid that they forced to go to another school because he was so smart. Somebody in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They sent him to another school.
They had to send Nino Brown to a genius school for kids. And she found him. Where everybody else wanted him locked up because he was so smart and he lived in the hood, actually on the route I deliver on. That's horrible. He lived in the hood and he did crimes. But he was brilliant at crimes. So she figured, if I can get this kid into some real, using his brain instead of to, do crime, he would be like the next president of the United States, but a good one or something. That happens at times. But you understand what I'm saying? He would be somebody important and powerful. Hey, love like the sun. And that's what happened. Now Nino Brown is somewhere in a great place, in a great school, getting a great education, and probably teaching a class. Because one person saw that. I would have been one of the people that said, get rid of him. See? Can't always rule like that. You can't always have a community like that with those type of set rules. And I got that guy that said it earlier. Like I said, I understood what he was talking about. So, Proverbs 31 woman said, it was the transition from military to teaching for me. Thanks for the inspiration, Lady Led.
You're welcome.
Let me see who said that. Holly Tova says Nino Brown just needs that one person who sees his potential and looks beyond his behavior. You know what? Exactly. And really, don't it sound like that one movie with, I'm going to call her Michael Piper? You know what I'm saying? And that movie where the teacher got to come to the ghetto to figure out these kids is really smart type of, that was real true story. So there you go. Let me see. Stephanie says I saw a lot of kids like this in my son's gifted class in elementary. Just because they misunderstood. And if you can't hold their interest long enough, they start doing bad stuff. Kind of like somebody I know. If I ain't talking about you, boy. If you if you can't keep their interest long enough, they end up doing crimes. But
Intricate ones.
so, it will take somebody to find somebody like that to see the good in them and show them that you ain't always got to destroy stuff. You you know, it's another way of thinking about stuff. So even to this day, I still have to practice on okay, it's another way to see this besides crush this dude face in.
You can't Hulk smash everything.
I know that now. It don't work very well. So okay. All right, you guys. I've been on here for 50 minutes and I appreciate and they will be most loyal. Yep, and Nick Thomas said, and they will be the most loyal PE people, I think. People ever exactly. Let me see. Okay, Howard Stanley say, I can't say. Oh, the Living Dead show is a real life when shit hits the fan without the zombies. You're gonna need a lot of military skilled people. Those who can responsibly handle a weapon. You're gonna need some goons. Well, you know what? Like I said, you're gonna need a little bit of everybody. And you're gonna need a little bit of everybody to do a little bit of everything. It's kind of where we're thinking. But everybody, please keep giving those comments because all you're doing when you comment on that video I did earlier or this one right here, because I'm gonna cut this off in a second, you're helping people that don't have a clue what they would do if they were in that situation. What? What's so funny about it? See this? They wouldn't have a clue. They don't. They don't have a clue. And it just helps. You'll be surprised how many people are watching this. Lionheart says only 50 minutes just getting started. It's a lot to see here, Lionheart. A lot to see. So let me see. But yeah, Hottie Tova said idle and bored minds can lead to mischievous behavior. That's what you laughing about. So I'm just saying, sometimes it ain't about just brute force. Sometimes put a little love in your heart, right? Let me see. Chef says everyone has a little thug in them when it comes to it. But you know what? Everyone also has a little bit of kindness in them. I can be kind. I can be very kind. I can be very nice. I am. I'm a nice person, right? Why you say it like that?
Oh, my throat. I need some water.
I'm a nice person. Let me see. I'm a nice person, and sometimes it just takes somebody else to bring that out. Okay, so uh, let me. Nick Thomas, I'm missing something here. All right. Luckily, hubby always stays ready. Stephanie Valdez. Granny Annie says she is right. Treat everyone like they may be your boss someday. Exactly. Um, Starduster, y'all please pray for my family in Cincinnati. I don't know what's going
They
on.
said twice a day there's some shootings right in front of their apartment.
Mm. We'll say prayers going up because man, that's terrible. And we from the same place, and that's why we left. Got tired of that. But that's again what I'm talking about. Everybody think this is a coincidence why crime is rising. Violence is rising. Crooked politicians, crooked officers. Everybody think this is just a coincidence. It's not. It's, how can I say it? Put it like this. If you put the right ingredients together, you get a cake. You get the eggs, you get the water, you get the milk and everything. You put all that stuff together, you get a cake. Do y'all think, yeah, you can have it. Do you think for 1 second that all of this is just a coincidence? Higher crime, working longer hours, daddy's not in the house, mama's on welfare, and I'm not talking about bad mamas. I'm talking about they want everybody caught up in the system. All the electronics and technology, they're making it so it literally controls your life. If you think that is just all coincidence, it's not. It's a recipe. It's just a recipe to build the most horrific cake ever made. The destruction of us. And I'm not a person like scaring people and stuff, but none of this is too many perfect ingredients. You think about this. It's all measured out. If you think about it, it's a little bit of police brutality, a little bit of crooked politicians, a little bit of unemployment, a little bit of low pay, a little bit of lack of parenting and parental guidance. It's perfect. It's the perfect storm for destruction. Now, you can change that recipe. We don't have to let the baker finish baking this effed up cake. I'm trying not to cuss. I'm trying to, because there I go, I'm getting mad. We can take over and change the recipe, because guess what? We don't have to bake no damn cake. We can take those same ingredients and make cornbread, make muffins, make donuts. We don't have to let him finish. So that's why I do this. We don't have to let him bake whatever the hell he want to bake with us. We can change that any way we want to. So this is kind of why I do this and why I have these videos like this. It's not to be forcing you to do nothing. It's not, none of that. When I show y'all stuff, it's kind of just to put something on your head. That's all. Just quick thought. Sometimes a thought is all it takes to spark an idea. For instance, what she told me today about the humanity part, I was, where I'm sitting like, what kind of skills you got? I'm good with my hands. What else you got? That's how I am. Where she was coming, you can't do that. Put a lot of stuff on my mind. That's what this is all about, y'all. So we've been in here for 58 minutes. I'm gonna get out of here, and I hope everybody had a little something. Please do me one favor. Keep commenting. Keep giving your ideas on these 2 videos I did, because you don't know how much you're helping people. Go down and read all the comments yourself and realize, look, see, look, here go one right here. This grown man-child here, and for YouTube, yes, he's over age to be on here. This grown man-child right here, see how he, me, I'd have been like, man, move, go on up, see. You can't be like that all the time. Even as a father, you can't, I'm ready to, he taller than me, I'm ready to kick him off the couch. You know what I'm saying? Only one grown man with hair on his lip on this couch. Beard hair, bald hair. So everybody say hi, little leg.
Hey.
Don't hit him with your hey. Go on and hey.
His bass gonna break the phone.
Yeah, he's still mama baby. But I'm gonna put his ass to work. Grown ass man baby. Let me see.
I used to love me, Dad.
See? So thank you. You hear that deep voice? He didn't even let it all out. We listen, this is a big house. And when I have to go all the way to find him, tell him to shut up somewhere, humming the walls, man, you need to shut up. I'm gonna put one of them collar things on him that them dogs be having. Every time I hear him, just shit. So anyway, thank you guys. I don't want to hear about them. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this put a little something else on your mind. All right, that's it. And it was good seeing everybody. It was good seeing you, Diana, Miss Garden Love. I got a video for you. Actually, I've already made it. I just need to release it. So keep your eye peeled for that. And because I got something to show you. And oh, Miss G said better leave Mama Baby alone. Big baby pterodactyl. So everybody, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your excellent comments. Go down and read the comments on these 2 videos.
Happy birthday, Tova twins.
Happy birthday, Tova twins. Oh, 22. Oh, so y'all got some little legs too.
Them some big legs.
And them some big legs.
Some big Holly Tovas.
So everybody, go back and read these comments, and it'll either give you ideas if you don't have a clue, or it will actually even, you can help other people with your comments. You don't have idea. You're going to read those comments and read how many people was like, wow, never thought of this. Wow, never thought of that. You helped them with your comments. So that's all I'm saying. Thank you, everybody. I wanted to do this video before we left.
Y'all have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody. We love you. Please, please just think about this, all right? Thank you so much. Y'all gonna see mine.
Yeah, you see what that say.
Yeah, you see it. You see it.
It's
so
hot.
I know. I don't know how you got it on. It's getting warm down here.
Good.
So everybody have a wonderful night. We love you. See you later, all right? LF73, you gotta say your own name. I'm tired of saying your name.
And Lady Led.
We love you and good night.